talent of their own. A picture that she had painted out. A love that would last until eternity. Yeah, she's his coffee queen in her Indian dream. Oh, what a love scene. Yeah, she's his coffee queen in her Bollywood dream. If you know what I mean.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crowned, the making of a Carnival Queen. I am your host, Raynell Carroll, Queen of Carnival 2013. This week, we have another packed episode for you. But what's particularly special is that we're going to be showing you the greatest lesson history has taught the young ladies, the Enchanted Seven, in this week's Public Speaking Challenge. Let's take a look.
We want to thank you for joining us for the Public Speaking Challenge of the Queen of Carnival competition this year. They're called the Enchanted Seven. Now we move on to delegate number 1. She is sponsored by Furniture Gallery. Please help us welcome Akiba Agard to the podium.
The past is permanent, but the future is fluid, and it is shaped by our informed decisions to stimulate change. Therefore, the greatest lesson that history has taught me is that adversity breeds success. And it is that reaction to adversity which ultimately influences my life's trajectory. My journey as a Black, confident woman has been heightened by the plethora of historical lessons manifested through the decades. Tina Turner's passing, for instance, conjured memories of the abuse she endured at the beginning of her career, before she was living in her world of international stardom. Today, her riveting story still inspires many to aspire. After experiencing the massacre of his people and enduring 27 years of imprisonment for the fight against apartheid, how could I truly not learn from Nelson Mandela's struggles and conquests? How can I truly not learn from the historical significance of electing Barack Obama as the first Black president of the global superpower amidst fractions of society spewing hate and violence, all while degrading the Black movement? Severe Cornwall Bird's battle with Moody Stewart to change our social landscape taught me the art of resiliency. His thrust to achieve democracy, better living conditions and wages ultimately led to a sovereign Antigua and Barbuda, a politically independent nation. The beckoning cry for gender parity sounded victory when Jackie Quinn was elected the first woman to Parliament and Chanel Gavaya as the youngest appointed member to the Senate. Women and youth both climbing that ladder of success. I no longer have to fight twice as hard just to achieve half of what men can achieve because that foundation has been laid. So, I am therefore here, standing proud, honored to say that the village that raised this child did that on the backs of history. I stand as a product of those lessons that has taught me these experiences. Thank you.
When we think of history, we envision big events, but history also encompasses small moments. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, history is defined as a tale, a story, a chronological record of significant events. History has many lessons. The greatest lesson? We all have a story, and each page needs to be used wisely before our book comes to an end. Whether we speak of his story, her story, or my story, one thing is the same. The clock keeps its rhythm, tick-tock, tick-tock. So use your time wisely, because time waits for no man. A study was conducted by Forbes in 2012, and the results were repeated 10 years later by the NPR showing that not living in the moment floods the regrets of most persons. We go through life thinking we have enough time until it's too late. As I flipped through my history, I considered the pages I wasted on Netflix texting, absolutely nothing but thinking. Pages I wish I could trade for talking and walking with my late grandmother, Mommy Jen, before time ran out. Audience. A study conducted by Harvard found that people spend up to 46.7% of their time thinking about something other than what they're doing. The study concluded, and I quote, "Reminiscing, thinking, and daydreaming tend to make people more miserable. Delegates, your body is present, but is your mind? Yes, the past has lessons and the future goals, but it is pivotal that we live life to the fullest in its moment. Be intentional in the writing of your stories. Be a beautiful part of everybody's story today. Hug your mother. Visit your loved ones. Tell that person you love them, because there is no rewind, no do-over, no backspace. So, what do you want written between the covers of your book? Tick tock, tick tock."
Pleasant good evening, everyone. All protocols duly observed. Have you noticed that those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it? The lessons of history are, for the most part, the rationalization of the victors, because victory is written by survivors. So tonight, permit me to share my survival story. My perseverance in the face of adversity is the most significant lesson that I've learned in my life. The experience of adversity, despite the fact that it is rarely desired, may be a potent learning tool. I think we can learn from the accomplishments and the shortcomings of those who came before us and have a better understanding of how the past has influenced the present by reflecting on historical events. Sir Winston Churchill, a leader, a soldier, and an author from Britain, who twice served as Prime Minister and led his country to victory in World War II. He was widely believed to have suffered from a severe speech impediment. The International Churchill Society reports in 1897, he sought advice from Sir Felix Seaman, a renowned speech doctor, who told him practice and perseverance are alone necessary. Here before you, I confidently bear witness to these words. Not only have I been successful in overcoming the obstacle, but I've also been able to get a lot of work done. My speech has never been perfect, and I've struggled with a speech impediment that contributed to other learning disabilities for the better part of my life. Because of this, my peers teased and bullied me throughout my entire childhood. The anguish that I experienced as a result of this compelled me to look for an alternative path with great desperation. I wasn't sure how to express myself, but dancing helped me to find my way. I was finally able to articulate my thoughts and feelings, and I was able to find my voice. In closing, I would love to share with you a quotation by Sir Winston Churchill: "Never, ever, ever give up." This is my life's mantra, and it is the greatest lesson history has taught me.
All protocols previously observed. Tonight, I invite you to explore the profound lesson that has been etched into the tapestry of our existence. Are you familiar with the term gaslighting? Gaslighting is when someone convinces you that what you see you didn't see, what you hear you're not hearing, and what you feel you don't feel. It is to convince you that your reality is completely false. Women have faced countless challenges and endured the pain of marginalization and gaslighting. Yet, time and time again, we have proven that our abilities, capabilities, and strengths cannot be constrained by our gender. Women have faced countless challenges. For centuries, society fed us a narrative that women were inferior, weaker, and less intelligent than men. They denied us access to education as if our brain were ornate, decorative artifacts. And they loved to downplay our achievements and abilities like it was a game of chess. Checkmate. In this modern world, I was told that I couldn't be too ambitious, assertive, or outspoken. Still, we are confronted with struggles faced by women years ago. But as I reflected on history, I saw women who fought tooth and nail to defend their country, demanding our right to vote, be heard, and be recognized as equals. I pay homage to Harriet Tubman and those suffragettes. They faced resistance and ridicule. Nevertheless, with unwavering determination and an unchanging character, they shattered the illusion of their inferiority and showed the world what women are truly made of. Their legacy taught me that no obstacle is insurmountable and that within me lies the power to create change. Like Rosa Parks, I refuse to sit and stand at the back of the bus. I am inspired to build a future that champions the equality of women, emulating figures such as Kamala Harris, Mia Mottley, and our very own Maria Brown. With determination, I will show the world that our character knows no bounds, that we are capable of greatness. In conclusion, the greatest lesson history has taught me is that I am not defined by my race or gender, but rather by my actions and the ability to change the world. Thank you.
Good evening, all protocols previously observed. Do you have difficulties writing, reading, or even doing simple math? Chances are you have dyslexia. I know because I have it too, and I am making strides in my life to be successful in this year's Queen of Carnival 2023. Growing up, school was always difficult for me. I had a public speaking fear, and I was teased whenever I could not pronounce or recognize my words. Yes, I was bullied to a point where I isolated myself. But the most painful part of it all was being compared to my siblings. My brother attended the Antigua Grammar School, while my sister constantly brought home good grades. My parents thought this was a bit embarrassing. However, my mom invested in me and made sure I did my best, and I was enrolled in a lot of after classes and reading programs. Throughout the years, I've tried to hide my dyslexia, but now I've decided to be an advocate so no one endures the same struggles I did when I was a child. Dyslexia does not define me. I am capable. I know what I can accomplish. And this is the greatest life lesson I have learned in history.
All protocols previously observed. Good evening. In preparing for this task tonight, my research unearthed a few stories from history that life lessons could be learned from. The autobiography of Malcolm X, written by Alex Haley and Malcolm X himself, stand out as a definitive statement of a movement by a man whose work was never really completed. This book allowed self-introspection, which prompted me to recognize how resilient I am. My mind was provoked, and so I chose to study the history of my past decisions, the consequences I suffered, and the greatest lesson I've learned because of the choices I made, understanding that the work within me is not yet complete. When I lost my mother in 2018, I was forced to take on life alone. I was only 17. I was inexperienced, had poor judgment of people and situations, and overall, I had very little knowledge about life itself. To be honest, I was completely naive. I made poor choices with friends, families, in relationships, and even financially that eventually caused me to be taken advantage of. You see, the dangers of blindly going through life can leave a person with scars, and I stand here before you as a living testimony. Despite this, I have no regrets. The trauma I endured allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of the world around me, and I've become capable of making better decisions, which now allow me to contribute to a better future, not only for myself, but for generations to come. I've learned my lesson, and I realized that I have not only the ability, but a responsibility to empower women who may be just like I was. Today, I stand here before you as a woman of experience and wisdom, a strong young woman who was built A strong young woman who was built from the remnants of her past. The greatest lesson I've learned? To always remember that I am in control of how my life is shaped, and I can turn my bad choices into good education. I will continue to grow, not only as a woman, but as your next Queen of Carnival 2023, Jadenique Prince, Miss Neverland Antigua.
Standing on existing protocol, good evening. The poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou highlights themes such as self-love and acceptance, identity, pride, and womanhood. After reading that poem, it caused me to reflect on the confidence I see displayed by women and men and the role it has played in their self-awareness. History has taught me that being able to be comfortable in being who I am is a challenging yet significant lesson I needed to learn. As you see, I am not the average height. Standing at a demanding 5'11", I struggled with self-acceptance and would have lost time listening to the words of others. Giraffe, lamppost, those were just a few of my labels. Did my height intimidate them, or did it intimidate me? I have seen through time the many who have battled for equality, stability, and freedom. But why is it that acceptance is not on that list? It is the greatest, yet challenging lesson I needed to learn. Women being told that they don't have the body that suits society's expectation. Men who have been belittled because they don't carry the physique of an athlete. However, I would like for us to take it back a little. I want you to imagine being that black slave in the field, being told you are ugly, unworthy of love, feeling ashamed, hurt, crippled because of the brackets you were put into. I would love for us to actually think about the feeling they had on that field. I have fought through many discriminations, but here I am being bold and I am unbreakable. I changed my history and I shook the barriers of acceptance. I had no control over the height I was blessed with. Instead, I decided to embrace my natural beauty, making it my strength and not my weakness. And that's why I can proudly and firmly stand here this evening and tell you, I am Soisha Baptiste, and I am confident in being who I am.
The winner of this evening's public speaking challenge, produced by Marshall Marsh and adjudicated by a stellar panel of judges, is the contestant sponsored by Cool and Smooth, Miss Jacada Isaac. I almost pulled a Steve Harvey moment and called the wrong name. You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to Mash and Mash Productions for giving us this opportunity, for giving me this opportunity to challenge myself. And let me tell you, it was quite a challenge filling all of my points in just 2 minutes. But we all did it, and I thank you so much for allowing me to do so. Public speaking is something that I saw my mom do in JC's, and it's something that she actually struggled with in the beginning. And I'm so grateful to her for passing on her knowledge and her tips, and I'm grateful for JCI as well for helping me to overcome my public speaking fear. So thank you once again, and I really appreciate this opportunity to do so. Thank you.
As we continue this week's episode, we will feature Jacada Isaac, Miss Cool and Smooth, on her one-on-one. Let's take a look into a day in Jacada's life.
Good morning, Antigua and Barbuda. Bermuda. It's Jacada Isaac, Miss Cool and Smooth, delegate number 2 in this year's Queen of Carnival. And now I'm about to start my day with my least favorite thing, working out. So follow me and let's work out together. Before we start our workouts, I just want to say thank you so much to my sponsors, Cool and Smooth, for my cute outfits. It's from New Balance. Check the bag. How cute is this? My top, my shorts, and my shoes, all from Cool and Smooth. They are the official distributors for New Balance. So if you would like some sports gear, if you want to start working out, which you should check Cool and Smooth for all your workout attire.
All right, morning everyone. My name is Jamoza Francis. I'm a fitness trainer with Creative Fitness, and today we just have a total body circuit for our clients here, and we're gonna push hard. I'll give you all a rundown of everything that we're doing. We have a single arm dumbbell snatch here, that's number 1. Number 2, we have battle ropes. Number 3, we have squat press. Number 4, we have box jumps and burpees. And number 5, we have kettlebell swings. So we're just gonna do about 3-4 rounds and get some good work done today.
How do you feel about it?
She's been coming on good. She's pushing hard. She's disciplined in the gym, out the gym. So we're expecting good results all around.
Ready, Jacada?
Yes, not really.
So how was that one day?
It was hard.
Right, so deep squat into your press. That's it. Deep squat into your press.
Balance on your head, oh you do that. Do what you wanna do. I'm a do it, tapa, wire, wanna stand up, bend up, if you wanna.
Was that light for you?
No.
Was it so light?
Oh boy. I don't know how people enjoy working out, you know, I'm stressed.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Jump up. See them in a tight shorts for the carnival. Them a act now less when a carnival. Let them a bad, she a cock it up. Are you many than one rock it up? You be make when time come at you way. From a gal one wine with a fool. All on the road man a stop it up.
I can't even catch my breath. Okay, that one was okay. That one wasn't too bad. But this entire workout is killing me. So I know that I said working out is my least favorite thing to do, but it's one of my favorite places to come because of the people I work out with. They're my gym buddies, turned friends, turned best supporters. And they're so great. One of them is actually my bodyguard. I'll introduce you later.
You're actually sweating.
I know, I'm sweating. Because the workout is hard. I'm dying. I'm telling you, I don't know how people enjoy this. My favorite part of the workout is at the end.
Well, so these are your bodyguards?
Yes, these are my bodyguards. This is Addie, and this is Travis.
How the bodyguards can keep up, you know? We can.
Okay, y'all ready? I'm not ready though. Okay.
I'll keep drinking it.
Remember, we have to slow it down. Would it not going to? It was a jog, and I miss Kevin here. Kevin, you would never make me run across the field. But, you know, I'm happy Jamoza pushed me to run. We completed the lap, and that's all that matters.
Hi, so it's actually great having Jacada here working out with us, or I'm not sure if she's working out with us or us with her, but it's really great motivation to have Jacada here among us older folk. She inspires us, and I hope we inspire her, and we keep encouraging her. We keep threatening to be at the front of the stage during the actual Queen show, and she'll hear screaming, Jacada, Jacada. So it's really great having Jacada here on mornings. Most mornings of the week, we're here 5 days a week, and I just want to urge all of you, come out and support Jacada. She's a great person. She's working really hard to achieve achieve this success. And Jacada, she has all of our support. Go, Jacada.
Ready to take on the day. Well, that was my workout for today. You guys saw me struggle, you saw me sweat, but you know, it was a good workout. And now we're gonna go to the elderly home, so I'll see you guys there soon. Bye. Hello again. So we're at our second stop for the day. We're at the Bishop John E. Knight Moravian Golden Age Home. And you're probably wondering what we're doing here. So every Wednesday I come here with my aunts and my cousin as a part of Creative Fitness. And we just do some mobility exercises with the elders. And it's a great experience because we help them to, you know, keep the movement going so they can stay healthy. But not only that, it also helps to bring them in a good mood. So we play some gospel music. So we're having a little worship session as well. And we dance. And it just boosts the mood, boosts the energy. And I have fun with them as well. It's a great experience, and I'm happy that I joined Kevinia, Kanas, and Kerry with this, and I can't wait for you guys to see. We grew up in the Moravian Church. My grandmother, Mommy Jen, as many of you may know her, she brought us up in the Moravian Church, and for as long as I can remember, she was constantly doing transformative acts of kindness. She constantly gave back to everyone. And I know a lot of you may know her and may remember how kind and how generous she was. And so we are here trying to follow in her footsteps, especially giving back to the Moravian Church, because the people of the Moravian Church and some of these elders are who took care of us and helped to raise us and knew her as well. So it's something that is special to us, and we just continue this, and we do it every Wednesday, and we'll go inside and we'll get started because I know that they're waiting and they're anxious to see us. You know, every Wednesday they're like, make sure you guys come back. So here we are again, and we're ready. Let's go. Good morning. Everybody's already back there? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you're gonna give yourself a big hug and turn to the left and come to the center. Turn to the right. Center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now shake it out. 2 more times. Out and in. Last time. Out and in. Now walk it out. All right, so we just had our fun little exercise session with the lovely people of the Golden Age Home here. Now I'm going to have my personal session with my lovely trainer, Renee Laurent Thomas. We will be doing some walking practice. As you guys know, I'm going from Crocs to heels for this journey, and I've come a really long way. I remember the first time I put my heels on, after I decided that I was going to enter this year's Queen Show, I went to the gym in London. I put up a little video on YouTube. And let me tell y'all, that walk was not it. It really was not. I'll have to share a clip with you guys shortly. But it wasn't it. And now that I look at myself in the mirror and I've seen how far I've come, I'm really, really proud of myself. And I'm so thankful to Renee for helping me throughout this journey. And I can't wait for us to have practice so that I can get even better.
Hi everyone, Renee Laurent Thomas here, and we are at practice for Queen Jacada on the journey of Queen of Carnival 2023. We're going to go through her swimwear segment where you'll see a little peek of what she's doing and her progress so far with her walking, and also we're going to go through her evening wear segment. You know, when she put on her beautiful dress, you're going to see how great she is because she's improved a lot from the Jacada she was, from Crocs to heels. Stay tuned. So you're going to walk down, half turn here, half turn there, half turn again, and then I'm challenging you. And then back to the back.
Okay.
So 3 half turns. Step 1, step 2, step 3. That's it. All right.
Yes, yeah.
Let's do it together now.
Yes, that'll be great.
5, 6, 7, and we're stepping on. 1, 2, 3. All right. Step turn.
Come jam up on me, girl, bring that body. Spread your sweet and Italian. Cause all you do, I'm a ballin'. What a feeling. Baby, I come to wine. See some of that, yeah, have a good time. It's all I want, yeah. So come give me all of that, yeah. I say, best believe. Oh yeah. When I find it, girl, I'm not moving. How you grooving, yeah. Stay with me. Oh yeah. Girl, I hope that I'm not too late. What she do? She jam down there, and I jam down there.
Jacada has been doing a really good job during this practices, and for the Queen of Carnival competition, we're expecting a great performance from her when it comes to swimwear segment and also the dress segment. So stay tuned.
Hi again. As you can see, I'm dressed for the beach. We're ready to go to the beach today. I am going to the beach to relax and just to get a nice quick duck to rejuvenate myself with my dog Passion. I'm excited for you guys to meet her. If she will, behave and come close to me. She's being very disobedient right now, and she's running around, but hopefully we get her to calm down a bit. I think she's a little frazzled seeing some new faces, but everything will go well. Oh, she's here. Passion, come here. No, she doesn't want to come. So I'll see you guys at the beach and we'll talk some more about it. Well, it seems as though I've been working out all day. First at Coolidge with Jamoza, and then at the elderly home doing the exercise session, and now Passion has me running up and down the beach. Like, everybody is on a mission to get me fit for this show. Which, I guess I'm not really mad at it, but oh my Jack. Well, you guys just saw me at the beach with Passion, and now I'm in the kitchen. I'm trying to figure out which one is my favorite, the kitchen or the beach. It's kind of difficult. But right now we're in the kitchen and I have some goodies here. The first thing I'm gonna start with is a banana bread. Today is my grandmother's 82nd birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma. I'm actually gonna call her right now to tell her happy birthday and to let her know that her wish has been granted. She has asked me for one thing, and that is my famous banana bread. So of course I made it today for her birthday. Let's call her and say happy birthday. I hope she answers.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Grandma. Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
How was your day going? Is going well?
Yes, it's going well, yeah.
Okay, I have a surprise for you. Well, I'm going to tell you the surprise now. I have your banana bread for your birthday. You know, it's the one thing you're asking for, so I made the banana bread. I'll bring it over for you later. First up is our banana bread. I'm just going to cut it into some slices. Most people, when they tell their stories about how they got started in the kitchen, you know, they say that they grew up in the kitchen. I actually didn't grow up in the kitchen. My love for cooking actually started at Christ the King when I did food and nutrition. And I had an amazing teacher, Mrs. Smith, and that's where I fell in love with cooking. I was really amazed by the transformation of very simple and very basic ingredients to elaborate and fancy dishes. And I mean, look at this banana bread. It's not the most fancy dish, but you know, the base ingredients is just a simple banana, and now we make something very tasty and full of love, this banana bread. So that's how I got started in the kitchen, and right now I am actually hoping to inspire and help other students at Christ the King. Right now I'm working with my sponsor to help to improve and build up on the home economics lab at Christ the King. So we'll be working on a project to fix up their kitchen and donate some items as well. And I'm just happy to give back to my school where it all started from me. And so we have our banana bread. Just gonna lay it out here. So next we have this blueberry and almond tart. I made it for my little games night tonight. I'm having a games night with my family, which is something that I always do every time I'm home. I usually host a games night because I have been living abroad for the last couple of years. So every time I come home, I make it a mission to have all my family and friends gather and do what we do best. So after I got my bachelor's in business, I decided to pursue my passion and I went to London for culinary school, and I applied for the hot kitchen, the cuisine savory side of things, that course. And my best friend was like, are you sure that it's hot kitchen that you want to do? I feel like you should be baking, because he's also a baker. He is the owner of the Kenden. And I was like, no, I really want to do the hot kitchen. I love the, you know, the hustle and bustle of it all. I love the excitement of, you know, all the everything in the kitchen. And he was like, okay, we'll see. And somehow I ended up doing pastry. And it's so funny because when I think back on all of my culinary experiences before school, they have all been in pastry. When I was in high school, I used to bake my famous white chocolate and coconut cookies, and I used to sell them at school. And I remember there was one Valentine's Day when all of my friends were at Antigua State College. I baked them some molten chocolate cakes and I sent it to them for Valentine's Day. And I've just always been baking. And I don't know why I thought that the hot kitchen was calling me. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot of fun and I really do love the excitement of it all. But there's something about pastry that really draws me to it. I think it's the precision. I think it's the patience that you need to have to do it. And I even started my own pastry business during COVID. I started the Flaky Crust, which was centered around pies and pastries, hence the name Flaky Crust. So when you bite into it, you just get that flaky crust. We have sweet pastry crust. We have a sweet pastry crust. We have an almond paste inside with some almonds and some blueberries, and then on top we have our blueberry garnish. I will just finish garnishing it with some ice and sugar. Oh my gosh, the sugar's melting. Yes, so this, we have our blueberry tart, an almond tart. I will be doing a French meringue, and that is whipped egg whites with sugar. I'll start with making a sugar syrup, and then we will add it to our egg whites, and that's what we will use to top our pumpkin and butternut pie.
Yeah. Girl, I'm a coming. Yeah. So happen. Girl, I'm a come. 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 Girl, I'm a come out and wine for the carnival. Fine and grind in a carnival. Behind the joke, them a back it up. Are you got the key, girl, lock it up. Girl, I'm a rock out all boat when I do it.
And we're gonna heat this to about 118 degrees Celsius. Oh, so this is my thermometer. I like to use thermometers and scales because I like consistency, and I love when my dish is the same today, tomorrow, and next week. What kind of chef am I? I want to say I'm a pastry chef. I am a pastry chef. I do have my foundation mostly education-wise in the hot kitchen, but I do have some experience in pastry. I internshipped in Dubai for 6 months, and of those 6 months, 2 of them were spent in the pastry department, where I learned a lot, and that working there is what solidified my choice to be in pastry. Ooh, let me just check on this syrup. Okay, we're almost at temperature. We're almost there. Let's see. One trick that they taught me in Dubai is it's ready when you can take a fork and blow a bubble. So I'm gonna get a fork and we'll check it. Let's see. No bubble, not ready. Yep, it's ready. So it's not quite ready yet. The bowl is still very, very hot. It's ready when the bowl is cool. So we have our egg whites in here and our sugar syrup, and we just wait for it to cool and for it to get some stiff peak so that we can pipe on the pie.
Yeah. Girl, I'm a coming. Yeah. So happen. Girl, I'm a come. 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 Girl, I'm a come out and wine for the carnival. Fine and grind in a carnival. Behind the joke, them a back it up. Are you got the key, girl, lock it up. Girl, I'm a rock out all boat when I do.
So there we have it. We have our pumpkin pie. We have our blueberry tart, and we have our banana bread. So now that I have my tarts, this one is set for my games night tonight with my family. I hope they like it. Banana bread for my grandma. And now this pumpkin pie for my sponsors at Cool and Smooth. So I'm just gonna give you a little background story on that. On my first visit to Cool and Smooth, their lovely employee Irma, she was kind enough to show me around the store, and when we got to the kitchen supplies section, I was telling her about my baking and that I had a business called The Flaky Crust, and I was telling her about my pies, and I told her I would have to bring back, one of my pies for her to try. And I visited the store the next time, and she asked me for the pie and I did not have the pie. So a promise is a promise, and I will be taking that pie for her today.
I like a chuck up, push up, everybody, hand up, people, come on, jam up.
Hi, Kenan. Hi, my dear. How are you? Very good, thanks. Hi, Irma. It's not pecan, remember this one is pumpkin and butternut. Okay. Yes. No problem. Oh, this looks lovely. It's nice. Thank you very much, Michelle. This was baked by Miss Cool and Smooth. Yes. So, I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope it's good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for always helping me out when I come to the store. No problem. How was the game session? It was rough. So, I have delivered my pie to Cool and Smooth, and Irma looks so happy. I think it was very unexpected, so she was happy for the little surprise today. I really hope that they do enjoy it and it puts a smile on their faces. Now I'm gonna go home and smile with my family. Okay, I'm back home. I delivered my pie, Cool and Smooth, and now we're gonna go get ready for our game night. So we will be playing Taboo, which is a game that Canis and I will crush these people at. And yes, high five. Yes. So it's a game that we always play, and it's about to get very competitive in here, but we're gonna win, as I said before. Okay, if I was Beyonce, I would have one of these everywhere I go.
An entourage?
No,
a bodyguard?
Yes, okay.
What's on?
Okay. My torch, what comes out of it?
Fire.
Okay. It is in the ear and, you know...
Oxygen, nitrogen,
it's mushing up. It's mushing up.
Ozone layer.
Yes, okay. There's a oh, nope. There is a party in December. There we go.
So if you don't eat chicken...
Vegetarian, vegan,
yeah, but what's the main food that they usually
Tofu?
eat? Yes.
Time. You Bex?
When Jacada wins, this will go on top of her. Yes.
Hi, I'm Jacada's cousin. I'm Jaden, and
hi, I'm Kamal Francis. I'm Jacada's cousin. Hello, I'm Khalil Francis, and I'm also Jacada's cousin.
Okay, well, I believe that Jacada is going to do very well. She's always bringing us together, you know. She's a cook, so she's always giving us good food. Nothing else we can expect. But I was really happy when I heard that she was going in for Queen, because it's good to think that, you know, I'm going to be part of this royal family with her. So I'm happy that she's decided to do this, and I wish her the best of luck. Hopefully that we can all come and support her. So always look out for Jacada Isaac. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Kendall, and I am one of Jacada's closest friends, close friend to the family as well. And what I would say is, we've been friends for a very long time. We met through church, and I think our friendship grew closer when our church board selected us to go to a church camp in Barbados. I would say from then our friendship really grew strong, and what I would say is she's a very good person to be around. She's a joyful soul, and one of the most memorable memories I have of Jacada was for her graduation. I traveled to London to meet her, where she was giving the commencement speech at Le Cordon Bleu, and it was a moment that really inspired me, because she's someone who just feels the fear and she goes after anything she sets her mind to. And what I would say is we share that love for cooking, me being an entrepreneur, pastry chef, and her owning her own business as well, Flaky Crust. And I mean, we always shared moments in the kitchen, having fun, and even though it's not the same anymore because she has all her duties, whenever we do find time to hang out, whether it's at the beach or with friends, it's still a good time. And I would say I feel like she's already a queen, but it's time now for Antigua to see her in all her glory, because she's someone who puts in the work to accomplish anything, and I just want to see her come out on top.
My name is Denise Shepherd. I'm Jacada's favorite aunt. Make sure her other aunts hear this. I'm her favorite aunt. Well, Jacada always like to talk a lot. And she always said she'd be a radio host, a radio talk host, and so I thought that she'd just as how if you were to put on stage and ask her any questions, she's able to answer the questions fluently. That's not like how I'm actually thinking about what I have to say, because this is one of my weakest points, what they're putting me through right now, I must say. I remember when we were young as children, our mother, which is Jakeda's grandmother, used to put on competitions, queen competition in the house. And so that was trickled on to the grandchildren from us as the children. So Jakeda would have to dress up and pretend that she's going in for Queen Show, and she actually went in for Queen of the Farms at Christ the King. And so yes, it is not surprised that she would choose to go into the Queen Show.
Growing up with Jakeda was different because we're both only children, and so our parents tried to make us pretend we were siblings all the time, and we always had to dress alike and go everywhere together and do everything together. And also because Jakeda is older, she thought that she was the boss, so she's very bossy, and she liked to sometimes forget that I was a human and act like I was a dolly and do whatever she wants. And yeah, that was kind of how it was growing up with Jakeda. Oh, but it was also good because she talks a lot and she's like very social. So if we went places, she would just take the lead, make the friends for us. And yeah, it was good.
And then for me, because I was older, she used to follow me around, and then we went through a fighting all the time stage, never getting along. And it's only when we got older, then we started to become really good friends, like besties. And I think sometimes right now, especially because she's busy, we're not hanging out as much, so we have no idea what's going on in each other's lives other than she will be winning Queen of Carnival this year. But I look forward to the show. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, and so since Jakeda is so busy right now, like she's normally the one, I think, out of the cousins that like plan things and try to bring us all together and cook for us and, you know. So now that she's so busy, I don't think we hang out as much, like as a family, like as cousins, as a family too, but the cousins.
Everybody's been,
like, Jakeda, when are we doing something? And she's just always busy, but yeah.
We do communicate in our family group, so we're still keeping in touch.
Yeah, for this Queen of Carnival show, I look forward to, honestly, anytime where Jakeda's going to have the opportunity to talk, that's what I look forward to, because she always has something positive to say, and like that's what I think Antigua really needs to hear, the things that she has to say, because she's not going to be superficial. Like anything that they ask her, if you know Jakeda, she's going to make it deeper than, she's going to make it deep.
Deeper meaning and give you a positive message to think about. Sometimes things you never thought about in the question, but she finds a way to like challenge you in a question by answering it so eloquently that you wouldn't even imagine.
I am Big Daddy Jakeda Gunfather, and I hope she do her best and win the Queen of Carnival.
Jakeda is my heartstring and my queen. The meaning of her name is God's messenger of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It has been a happy and a sad moment for me since Jakeda began this journey to enter the Queen of Carnival competition. I've been sad because I'm not physically present due to circumstances beyond my control to help, assist, and guide her along this special, enchanted journey. But I'm smiling because the physical distance has allowed her to become more self-reliant and independent. I'm even more happy that she is using pageantry to empower and inspire other young women and our young people in general to build courage, confidence, and resiliency in going after their dreams despite their fears and challenges. As a child, Jay was very energetic and talkative, and she also evolved into a very disciplined, focused, organized, and respectful individual. If you really want to see her true passion come to life, you must taste her food and pastry. And for sure, you will be wowed by her presentation done in style and fashion. They're filled with so much love and joy. Jacada has always been excited about reading, fashion, and heels from childhood to adulthood. But her new excitement and stress reliever is her dog passion. Spiritually, my mom, Mommy Jen, have instilled in all of her children to put God first, pray, have faith, and believe. And I made sure to pass this on to Jacada. In reference to the show, I'm filled with so much joy, excitement, and anticipation to see Jacada shine her light of radiance, elegance, intelligence, beauty, and creativity in every segment of the show. With God's blessings, favor, and honor, Jacada will be crowned Queen of Carnival of Antigua and Barbuda 2023. J, J's, Jay-Z, JK, Jacada, I love you and I miss you. You will forever be my heartstring and my queen.
So my name is Jacada, and according to my parents, and I have to say according to them because I have not found this anywhere on Google, but according to them, my name means God's messenger. And it is pretty descriptive of who I am as a messenger. As my cousins would have mentioned, I am always talking. I remember in primary school, my teacher said to me that my mouth runs on wheels. And I talk a lot and I love to socialize a lot. I love people, as you would see in this video. I spend a lot of time with my family and friends. They bring happiness and joy to my life. I don't think that, I could survive without people. They make me who I am, and I am always so grateful and happy to be around them, especially my family. Apart from that, I love cooking. You guys would have seen some of the pies and tarts that I would have made. And once again, it goes back to the people. I really get excited and I feel fulfilled when I see their eyes light up when they taste something that I would have created. And I'm very generous, I'm very kind, I love to give back in every way that I can, and I believe that I got that from my grandmother, Mommy Jen, who was so lovely to everyone that she met. Anyone from anywhere, family or not family, she would always do something kind. She would take you in, she would take care of you, and I try to follow in her footsteps. And I care about people a lot, and especially those that are close to me. I would literally do anything for them. I love them so much. And other things that I like to do, I love to read. I haven't been able to read as much because of the show, of course. I've been doing a lot of practicing, but I love a good romance novel. I love to be outdoors. I love the beach, as you guys would have seen me on the beach, and I love hiking. I used to go hiking with Wadadli Trailblazers every Sunday. Not so much now, but it started during a time when I wasn't, feeling my best. My mental health was not in the best state, and I started going outdoors to connect with nature and being outside and, seeing the sunrise and just being aware of my surroundings and, feeling a part of this world, feeling like God, wholly and wonderfully created me on this earth, and feeling connected to the beautiful scenery and nature around me really helped to uplift my mood and really helped to change my mental health, to a more positive state. So I do enjoy being outside and being in that type of environment. So here are a few facts about me. I am 26 years old. I'm an only child for both parents, but I do have a lot of cousins, 20-something of them, I believe. You would have seen a small fraction tonight. I have a horse. Her name is Pocahontas. I fell off of her one time riding, but I'm okay. My favorite color is yellow because it's bright and I shine bright just like the sun.
I went to Christ the King High School, and I'm a proud Christ the King young lady. Excelsior higher yet. And I have actually traveled a bit to work. I worked in London. I was grateful enough to have an internship in Dubai, and that's where I fell in love with pastry. I love going to the beach, as you guys would have seen today. And of course, I love my dog Passion. She brings me such joy. She's like my little emotional support animal. And yeah, that's a bit about me. So to my sponsors, my supporters, my family and friends, I would like to say thank you so much for believing in me and for seeing potential in me. And I am working very hard to prove to you that I earn the trust that you have in me to become a future Queen of Carnival. And I am just so grateful to you all. I'm working hard. And so on the night of July 23rd, be prepared to see me come out with full force. And we are going to make waves in Antigua Recreation Grounds.
You've watched another episode of Crown, the making of a Carnival Queen. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I am your host, Raynell Carroll, Queen of Carnival 2013. Join us next week for another episode of Crowned.